everybody. Welcome to Prairie Talk with Blades and Mayo. I'm Craig Mayo.
And I'm Shane Blades.
Welcome once again to another exciting episode of a show it's all about Little House on the Prairie.
That's right. It's all about the goodness. It's all about the family values, bringing it out to Los Angeles.
Yeah, and anywhere else you guys are watching. And remember, we have an email address, prairietalktv@aol.com.
That's right, Craig. We want to hear your thoughts, your feelings. Again, I say it every show. We just want to hear from the public on what we can do to make Prairie Talk a much more pleasurable viewing experience for you. And who knows? We've had a lot of guests on our show from the email, let's face it. We get them down here all the time and they get a chance to meet us. So, if you guys get the urge, type in something, maybe you get on the show with us, huh?
Exactly. And today's show is based on kind of this game a little bit, because where did we get this game from?
A little website, you might have heard of it. It's called eBay.
That's right, eBay. Right. And today we are going to go over just everything that's on eBay that has to do with Little House on the Prairie. So you guys get to know what's on eBay, and I almost kind of don't want to do this show because I think the prices are going to go up a little bit.
Jack up a little bit, but I mean, people often wonder, and I get a lot of emails about this too, where do we get the games? Where do we get the Doc Baker plates that we hand out for each episode? This all comes from eBay, thank God for them, because it makes our show a much more reputable and much more fun show to do. We can actually hand something out to the guests and they got some authentic Doc Baker plate in their hands. It really makes everything worthwhile.
Yes, so let's go through the list and let everybody kind of know what's on these things.
Sure, it's almost like the eBay Prairie Talk show today.
Yeah.
Let's see, basically we'll be pointing out some of our favorite items.
Yeah. And there are well, the first thing I notice on here is there's just tons of VHS shows,
I mean, there's just pages and pages upon pages of them.
Yeah, it's like this thing. Look at how thick. There's so much Little House on the Prairie stuff here, and half of it's probably videos from The Creeper, and you can't get enough of the TV movie.
Oh, have you seen I tell you what. Whenever I'm in a bad mood, I pop on the TV movie, and it just brightens my day.
It's just so fun to watch them travel across, park it in the middle of nowhere. They think, oh, this is perfect.
Right.
And it's like, there's nobody there.
The place is just empty. I mean, there's no money coming in. There's no jobs. There's no anything. It's just land.
There's Mr. Edwards, and who knows where he lives, across some river somewhere, and a couple of Indians. Yeah. That's about it. You know.
And to think what they went through to make the thing work.
No train.
No train. The railroad was a big thing back then. Without the railroad, you were pretty much screwed.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm talking about.
Another thing I see on here is the Little House on the Prairie Laura Halloween costume.
Uh-oh.
You know what that is? Little plastic dress and a mask.
Little mask, and the mask has little braids, things running down here.
And it's not like a real hair, probably. It's probably like a plastic mask, and then the plastic hair.
And plastic hair. And we recommend for all you kids out there that if you get the Laura Ingalls costume, did it in Halloween, run around from house to house. You have to do the running, or else you're not Laura Ingalls. Am I not right, Craig?
That's right. and right below it, I see. It's interesting. But somebody must be liquidating here because they got the Nelly costume too, right here below it.
Ooh, now that's a different take on that.
I know.
Because the Laura you have to run with the Nelly one, you gotta be a bitch.
Yeah, you gotta like throw eggs at everybody, or maybe go rip the Laura costume a little bit.
When you go up to the old lady's house in Halloween, remember when you were a kid and you're like, trick or treat, and the old bag hands you out like a dime. Remember they used to put like pennies?
Yeah.
That's when you take it out and throw it right back at her when you got that Nelly costume.
Or start crying.
Yeah.
Ah! Just get all like whiny and ungrateful.
Right.
Or if you don't get a king-size candy bar,
right,
you start yelling too, I would think.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. The king size or no size.
Yeah. Or if I were in my Nelly costume, and I got some Brock's candy, those little things you get from the grocery store. It's like a twist and pull and eat.
Yeah.
I would throw it,
I would throw it back and cause physical harm because that's basically teaching bad hygiene for the kids.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. All right. I'll tell you what. Here's one of my favorite listings on here. The Little House on the Prairie cookbook.
Oh, yeah.
Straight out of Carolyn's kitchen.
But they have two of those on here. They have not only the cookbook, but also a CD cookbook. And
I saw that. Well, the CD cookbook is like an interactive, maybe like a DVD type of deal, where either it's like a CD where you pop it in and it tells you physically how to make the recipes, or it's like a DVD player where Ma's in the kitchen herself, whipping up something.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be funny if it was a CD-ROM or something.
How ironic would that be? Mall on the computer?
Yeah.
It's like technology meets the 1800s.
I
That's
know.
wild.
Yeah,
I
that'd
don't
be
even think about
crazy.
it. Woo!
Yeah.
And if you go up a little bit on there,
Oh, yeah?
we're going to see the Little House on the Prairie bowl and pitcher.
Oh.
Huh?
You know, I was thinking about that because that goes great with the whiskey bottle.
It does.
Because it has the same design to have the bowl and pitcher.
Right.
And if you have the bowl and pitcher, you don't have to put the milk in the whiskey bottle.
Right.
You
That's
can
good.
put it in the bowl and pitcher.
It's actually a good Mother's Day present, too.
That's an excellent idea.
Yeah.
Mother would love a bowl and pitcher because she could like wash her hands because you pour or put water in the pitcher, you pour it in the bowl, and you do your hands a little bit.
That's right, because sometimes mothers can have stinky hands because they're working all day, cleaning the house and everything.
Yeah.
What better to wash stinky hands than with a Little House on the Prairie bowl and pitcher?
And Pa. It's kind of a multitasking thing. It's good for Ma and Pa, I guess.
Right. It's fun for the whole family.
Yeah.
That's what I like to say. It's fun for the whole family.
Yeah, I mean, I would get Ma the bowl and pitcher because down here I see the Little House on the Prairie fiddle. Yeah.
Uh-oh, how much is that going for?
That's like $29.95. That's an expensive item, and that's just starting out.
Well, that's not bad, though, for the actual fiddle.
Yeah, that would be, that I'd have to check to see if it's the actual, but that's
I'll tell you what, man. Can you imagine? Maybe we can have like a Little House or a Prairie Talk jamboree.
I know, we should.
You can be Paul, and then I'll be Albert, keeping the rhythm.
Mm-hmm. And yeah. Hey,
Yeah, that's
wow.
funny. That's
That
funny.
is just amazing.
Good times here at Prairie Talk today, man.
Oh, look at this. Little House on the Prairie reunion photos.
Reunion. So we're talking like years later after the show's already been off the air for a while. Everybody gets back together and
And then they leave.
then that's it.
That's all they have to do. It takes like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And look, such treasures right here on eBay.
I'll tell you what. That is a treasure.
This
that
has
is a
been
treasure.
eBay is like a wonderful invention because it's like before to get all this stuff, I would have had to search years
Yeah, literally.
to like get any of this stuff. What a big pain, you know.
Yeah.
I would have had to drive to Minnesota, get
Right.
a catalog, and bring it home and check it out and do mail order.
We would have had to shoot this show like 5 years from now
Yeah.
if it wasn't for eBay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We would just had to wait and do a lot of research and a road trip and
Yeah,
everything.
and just be like, and let everybody know where we found everybody, all the addresses you can contact to get such and such items. Oh,
It's just a big pain.
Yeah.
And for all of you out there, let us know what you would buy on eBay and what your favorite items are. PrairieTalkTV@AOL.com. We want to hear what you guys would buy. That way it gives us a little bit more insight. So if you were to ever get on a show, might have a little surprise. Or else, might be a little surprise for us.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? The Almanzo doll.
Uh-oh!
That is just. I remember those growing up, the Almanzo dolls. All
Yeah.
the girls at school had them, and I was like so jealous. Like,
Right.
not having one, but like, I wish they liked me and not that Almanzo doll.
Well,
you know?
Almanzo, he was the tall, big, broody, muscular, blonde guy.
And I was the short, measly little fourth grader in a fifth grade world, you know.
I hear you, buddy. I hear you talking, and I know what you're walking.
And it was just not. It was a tough time.
Yeah.
I had my comb in my back pocket though, but it was just.
If you
I
had your
was not
comb in your
cool.
back pocket, you were pretty much hip, but maybe not as hip as Almanzo was. Maybe if you would have had your comb in the back pocket of your overalls.
Yeah,
Excuse
the
me.
overalls. Yeah, that would have been a good thing.
All right. Going on. Let's see. Little House on the Prairie animals. Now that's interesting. Little House on the Prairie. There was that dog that just ran off one episode and never came back.
Jack or
Yeah.
I tend to think like I wonder if like some little girl got her stuffed sheep and just put it on here and called it like Little House on the Prairie animal. It's just like a stuffed sheep.
I smell a rat.
I know. Wonder if it
Yeah.
is a rat. You know,
It might be. You might be right.
one of those city episodes. You know.
Yeah, because there's a lot of rats. In fact, when what's his name, Albert was living in the city and he was living under the porches, there was a lot of rats, and he tried to sleep at night and they nibble on his leg.
Oh, you know, I saw something back here. That reminds me. I saw the Little House on the Prairie going to the city playset, and it was like a little city with the porch and everything, and the little Albert doll, and you could have the characters go to the city. And yeah, here it is right here. And it's only like $15, and that looks like hours of fun, you know.
I'll tell you what, that's something you could get the whole family involved with, and togetherness.
Yeah, because you get the little wagon, you roll them into town, and it flips over, and then like crazy stuff. Have little Albert doll walk up and help them out and stuff.
Yeah, that would be fun.
It's kind of weird. I see that on here, and not like a little House on the Prairie, Walnut Grove play set.
You'd think there would be a Walnut Grove because 95 to 99% of the time they were in Walnut Grove.
Yeah.
Not Plum Creek.
I know.
Walnut Grove.
That's right. I don't...
Explain something to me here, Craig.
Yes.
Item number 141-850-9058. Little House on the Prairie in Search of Mad? What the hell is that?
In Search of Mad?
In Search of Mad.
Oh, you know what that is?
Capital letters.
I think that's a title for a show, but it got cut off because they didn't print out everything on the thing.
Hey! That's not right. Now I'm sitting here.
So now we're like, what is that episode,
Yeah.
All the viewers at home are like, what is that episode? In Search of Mad.
In Search of Mad. They're thinking Mad TV. They're thinking...
Mad Magazine.
Or Mad Max.
That was a good one. I wonder what that's like. So
I don't know.
Yeah. So I noticed one more thing here. The Little House on the Prairie sticker book.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I like that idea.
I see kids playing with stickers all the time. Like, I guess it would be like a book you open and stick some stickers in there.
Yeah, you just stick some. You have Laura running. You have Willie flipping you off. Or you have Nellie. Yeah, pointing at you or something.
Nell's like,
like Harriet, stop. You have Harriet eating something. You have Malt cooking.
I wonder if they have guest stars in that sticker book.
You have Todd Bridges snorting a line.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be an interesting sticker book.
That's good.
Wow. So, this has been a fun time looking through this whole eBay pages.
It's interesting, but all this kind of reminded me of something while I was reading through there. Remember that footage we had from the Little House on the Prairie road race?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, do you think that's something worth showing to viewers?
I think we should show that. That's right, everybody. We found some Little House on the Prairie road race footage, so check this out. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Hello, everybody. This is Robert Lara, and we're at the Walnut Grove Raceway for the Little House on the Prairie Grand Prix. Today's race is brought to you by Olson's Mercantile. The race is getting ready to start. We're riding with Charles Ingalls. There's the whole town in front, and Laura's in pole position. Just about ready to start. They've lined up pairs, and we're waiting for a green, and no green yet. And we're riding with Charles Ingalls, who's following Jonathan Garvey. And up there in the cow car looks like Nellie Olson, and it's a green flag. All right, now let's see what Charles is going to do. Looks like he's going to tuck in behind Nellie. And Jonathan is going in pretty deep into that turn. Can he make it? Whoa, he locks up the right front, but yes, he's through. Looks like, Nellie's slowing him up. Give him a tap. Charles gives him a tap, gives her a tap, gives her another tap. He likes that. Okay, can he make it through with the turn coming up here, right-hander? And no, looks like Mr. Edwards gets through. So Charles has got to tuck in behind Mr. Edwards. He's following Nellie. And they're coming up to the, right through the S's, coming up to the Star Mazda, which is a tricky left-hand turn, leading onto a quarter-mile straightaway. Gonna make it. Yes, he's through. And, we got a car off. We got two cars off. One of them looks like it's Jonathan Garvey, and the other one is Percival. But he's got control, and he's coming back onto the track. And looks like he's gonna tuck in right behind Charles. So Charles has got to be careful here because we don't know what happened to Percival's car as he went off. Okay, we're coming up to a left-hander here, tricky left-hander. It's called the on-ramp. Oh no, he's too fast for the turn. Can he get it? Yes! Ooh, talk about threading that needle. And look at that, it looks like Percival got past Nellie. And they're away. And there's Caroline Ingalls. That's Caroline Ingalls. And in front of her is Almanzo. So they're coming up through the S's here. And again, Charlie's got to stick right behind Caroline down the straight and let Caroline break the wind for him and hopefully bring him past Almanzo. And now we've got the tricky left-hander here. Oh, he's going too fast. He's gonna, and it looks like Caroline checks up on him. Oh, he goes over the curb. That's not good, folks. He lost momentum, and Almanzo's able to get by him again. All right, now they've come out of it, and they're going up to the on-ramp section. There's a slower car that seems to slow up a few people. Now here comes the left-hander, the tricky left-hander. He's got to try to get inside, and Charles is, yes there is. Oh, and he's got him. Oh, he saw a little bit of daylight and he got by Almanzo, and now he's right behind Caroline. Now he can't let Caroline get ahead of him because, and he's got to make this turn. Yes, he's got it. Good. That's exactly what he had. Oh no, too fast into the turn, into the dirt. Oh my God, can he get it? Yeah, he's got control, and there it goes. Oh no, the whole town has gone by. He's got a lot of positions to make up. I don't know if he can do it. He's going through the S's right now. It's follow the leader. Oh, there's Willie Olson slowing him up, and looks like Kerry Ingles in the red car. Goes by Willie. Now he's got to try to get by Kerry Ingles, and he's by Kerry Ingles, so he's onto the straightaway, and it looks like he's going to go after Almanzo. And again, he's too far away to catch the draft. So the best he can hope for is to follow a clean line and maybe catch up to Almanzo. And Almanzo's off. Almanzo's off. That's a mistake, and it's leading to the straightaway. So therefore, Charlie's gonna be able to get up closer. Charles, a lot of smoke, and he's through. But I think he's still too far to catch up to his draft. And up front, it looks like there's Caroline. Now he's got to get by Almanzo, and he looks like, no, Almanzo shuts the door on him. Now, how could that happen? He was offline in the marbles, but yet he was able to bring it back. So Charles has now got to stick on Almanzo's bumper and follow him all the way through the S's, and here we go. Now he's got to find the faster car, tuck in behind that car, and together they can go faster than one car alone. Okay, we're coming up to that turn. Let's see what we have here. This is going to be tricky because you got a car on the inside, and he's going to be forced under the marbles. Oh, got it. Okay. Oh, and look. Is he going to make it stick? Is he going to make it stick? No, I don't think. Yes, he's got it. He's got him. He's by Almanzo. Now he's got to stay focused and go after Mr. Edwards. Again, he's got to stay on Mr. Edwards' bumper. A lot of dust there. And then once again, this race is being brought to you by Olson's Mercantile. And he's by. He's by him on the straight. Can he make it hold? Can he make it stick on this turn? This is going to be tricky. He's in the wrong position for this turn, but will it hold? And yes, he's got him. He's got him. Whew. Talk about nervous here. This was a very tense moment because he was on the inside, all wrong for this line. So now he's got to basically drive his line. Don't let Mr. Edwards distract him, and he stay out in front, and hopefully he can manage to pull away by a few seconds. The next section coming up here is called Cotton Corners. It's a slide uphill followed by a hard left-hander. That would be the only chance that Mr. Edwards might have of passing him again. Let's see if he can hold him off here. Oh, yeah, he's got him. No, Mr. Edwards gets him on the inside. So now Charles has got to try to get this position back. He's going to trying him on the right-hand side. Yes. Oh, and you can hear them lock up the brakes. That wasn't an opening there. He's going to try him on the left here. No, still no opening. He's got to stick with him, though. It's very important he doesn't lose his concentration. He's got to stick with Mr. Edwards, following him onto the on-ramp, and possibly a mistake will allow him through. No, it looks like Mr. Edwards is through. Oh, no, Mr. Edwards locks up the rear end. It gives him the opportunity he's waiting for. Charles is through. Goodbye, Mr. Edwards. I don't think Mr. Edwards is going to recover from that one because now Charles has clear track ahead of him. We're coming up to the S's, and it looks like it's Laura Ingalls. Oh, she's a little bit slow, so he should be able to take her on the right-hand side here. Yeah, and he's through. Oh, she closes the door. Oh, over the curb. Closes the door on him. Oh, he should have tapped her. She is much slower. He should have given her a lap tap on that one. He should have just pushed her out of the way. Now he's going to be slowed up. Mr. Edwards is going to be on his bumper, and there he goes. He's right through. Laura Ingalls held him up. And there's the Reverend Alton. Yeah, easy pass there. Good old Reverend doesn't want to cause any friction there. Wants to let Charles through. Charles has now got to drive like a man possessed and try to get as much distance between him and Mr. Edwards as possible. Here, last lap. Looks like Nils Olson's in front, followed by Doc Baker. Oh no, and Mr. Edwards is through. Last lap and he's through. Last turn of the last lap. What the best he can hope for is slipstream him and come out at the last second just before the checkers and try to pass him. There he goes, and he didn't make it. Oh boy, was that exciting. It was very exciting. I don't know about you, but I am parched. He was on Mr. Edwards like a Krishna on an airport traveler, but I guess it just didn't work. Mr. Edwards was able to pull it off on that last turn on the last lap, and nothing Charles could do.
Wasn't that that was a lot of fun, you know? Who would have known that Mr. Edwards would have just passed right there in the end?
Wow,
you know?
he pulled a. What's that one guy's famous racer? What's his name? Gordon
or Dale Earnhardt. You know, just was a great racer.
Absolutely, pulled a Dale Earnhardt right around.
That was a lot of fun stuff. But
it was.
Well, let's get back to the good old eBay stuff here and talk about all this great stuff.
Absolutely.
We're got here.
Well, let's see here.
Oh, a cast cover. I don't even know what that would be. What's a cast cover?
As in like a physical cover, like a blanket?
Maybe it's a blanket with like everybody on it.
Well, I mean, they had the Star Wars sheets. Remember, everybody had the Star Wars sheets and blankets. Maybe it's like a little house on the prairie. And
You sleep on Pa's head or something.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be funny actually. That's a knee slapper. I'll tell you, the fun never stops here at eBay.
I know. Look at all these pages, and we're just only halfway through here on all this. You would think it'd just be like the books and the videos, but it's amazing what people come up with here.
Absolutely. Now, Craig, I saw something.
Yes?
I want to get your thought on this. The Little House on the Prairie Fun Pack. What do you think that might be?
You know, I noticed that, and I was like, what could that be? I had to click the little thing to go into depth so I could see the full description of it.
Sure, what happened?
It was still it was like very strange. It was like games and a crayon and a book and...
Just a crayon?
Yeah, it was just like a crayon, and it was just...
What color was a crayon?
It was like blue, I think. Blue crayon and a book, and you know, it had like, so I guess you could play games and stuff with it.
Well, I guess so.
Maybe a pencil.
Who in the hell would want a crayon? I mean, I'd get the whole pack.
I know. You would think for what is it, $9.99, they would give you like a 6-pack of crayons.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what I'm noticing on here when I'm looking around? I don't see any Doc Baker plates. I think we pretty much ran them out of stock.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. I was looking for that too because it was one of the most. When I saw that Doc Baker plate, I grabbed every one I could get because, you know, we have a lot of guests on this show and every one of them loves a Doc Baker plate.
I'll tell you what, the show may not be going that good. Things are a little bit tense. The guests are nervous. But when we break out that Doc Baker plate,
yeah,
and you see that twinkle in their eyes, it makes everything worth it.
It just really brightens everything up.
It does. I feel like $1 million.
Another thing I noticed on here was the old Little House on the Prairie whiskey jug.
What household set's not complete without that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, a whiskey jug. I mean, it's a cute little thing. I mean, you could put some good vodka in there.
Absolutely. Some for Mr. Edwards.
Yeah, show up to a party with that. You know, it has a little House on the Prairie picture on it and everything.
You'd be the life of the party.
Yeah.
We're not condoning alcohol use here at Prairie Talk, by the way. This is just a fun little conversation between me and Craig, so don't let, this drive you into alcoholism.
Yeah, you could put anything in a whiskey jug.
Put some Kool-Aid in there.
Yeah, you put,
Yeah, lemonade.
Lemonade.
Or milk.
Milk.
Water. Tea.
Anything, a milkshake.
A milkshake.
Yeah.
Milkshake.
Yeah, it depends how thick it is.
Yeah, or you could put Tang in there.
Nice, because it's ceramic and thick. It will keep the tang nice and cold.
Yeah, or, yeah. All right, going on. Little House on the Prairie China plate.
You know what those are? I clicked onto those too. That's good stuff because we got our Doc Baker plate.
Right.
It's a bit more, how do you say it in a nice way? It's very, homemade looking.
Sure.
But those China plates I've checked, full color, 3D, nice.
3D?
Yeah.
Woo!
They go for like $45-50 sometimes.
Actually $9.99.
$9.99.
Yeah, right. It says buy it now. Yeah, you missed out, Craig.
Oh, well,
when were these copies made?
Well, like a couple days ago.
Well, hopefully it's still at the same price.
Well, I'll have to go check it out. Maybe that just opened that bidding because if I'm thinking of the right plate, they were nice plates. They were really, really. It looks.
Yeah. Well,
they were manufactured looking, but they had a lot of oomph and color, and definitely they were full like Little House on the Prairie show.
Well, we're the show for the fans. Let's face it, and it's okay to hand up the Doc Baker plate a lot of the time, but some of the time we may have to mix it up a little bit just to keep the juices flowing.
Yeah.
So maybe the China plate's something we need to look into to keep our show tip-top shape. Know what I'm saying?
Or maybe if we ever have kids on the show, maybe one of those fun packs we should get.
Yeah. We'll give the kid a crayon and have him call us an ass as he walks out the door. That we didn't give him a complete set.
Well, if he's in the spirit of Little House, hopefully he'll be grateful to get his crayon.
Well, it depends on if we have an Albert or a Nellie.
I know.
Huh?
Exactly. For little Willie, you take that crayon and write on the wall with it.
Yeah, little Willie take a leak on the fire. I mean, Willie's nuts.
He's just no good for the show.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
So what were you going into, Craig?
Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is just a Little House on the Prairie 5-video set.
5 videos set. Now, which 5 videos are we? To the 5 movies or the 5 random episodes?
These I didn't click into this one, but usually in the 5-video set, it's like the Creeper,
right?
The movie, the original movie,
yeah,
it's kind of weird how everybody's selling the same video on eBay.
Yeah, what's
There's
up?
186 episodes, and they're all selling the creeper in the original TV movie. I don't get that.
That is kind of weird. That's odd. That is odd.
You would think they would shake it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You think they would, but they don't.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, if they're trying to get Little House to reach all levels of society, maybe they should rethink their marketing strategy.
And kind of shake up the video selling on eBay here.
Absolutely.
Look at this.
What's
Two
that?
neat little House on the Prairie items. That's all it says. Look at that. 2 neat little House on the Prairie items.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know much about it, but I bet it's neat. I bet it is. I mean, come on.
That's almost like a grab bag. It's like, I want to go bid on that just to see what shows up in the mail.
Oh my God. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do that. Just order it, and then we'll see what's in it, and then maybe have it as a gift for our next guest on the episode.
And whatever it is, it's Little House on the Prairie, and it would just be a wonderful item.
That's right. Absolutely right.
Wow, that is such an interesting concept. We should do stuff like that. We could get some of these pine cones right here and say Little House on the Prairie pine cone.
All right, viewers out there, Prairie Talk TV at AOL.com. I want you to bid on this authentic pine cone from Prairie Talk. I've touched it. Touch it, Craig.
That's right.
Craig's touched it, and it's got the fingerprints.
It's got the Prairie Talk vibe.
It does. So, you know, and you know, we're kind of like quasi-celebrity, I guess. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure it's going to go for at least $50.
Yeah, so everybody out there, thank you so much for tuning in today to our special auction episode of Little House on the Prairie stuff. Look at all that stuff, you know. So thank you, Shane, once again for joining me here on good old Prairie Talk.
Well, Craig, I'm your co-host. I have to. We're under a contract here, buddy.
I know. There would be no fun without you here.
No fun without you, my friend.
And there would be no fun with all you out there either.
That's
so
right.
thank you once again for joining us. Prairie Talk TV at AOL.com. And you know how we end this show, Shane.
A little thing that goes like this.
Good times.
And good friends.